Should Chelsea fans fear a Man United-style nightmare? The news of Roman Abramovich's decision to sell Chelsea marks the end of an era for the club and its supporters, many of which are now fearing the worst for their football team. The Stamford Bridge outfit face an uncertain future after the Russian set an asking price of £3 billion as he looks to avoid UK sanctions against Russian oligarchs amid the ongoing invasion of Ukraine. Sportsmail has reported that Abramovich, who bought the club in 2003, wants to focus on selling the club to an American tycoon. He has instructed American bank the Rain Group to handle the sale. In truth, it has been up for sale ever since 2018, when the 55-year-old's visa issues in the UK began. While supporters and Abramovich wait for a concrete offer to arrive, the uncertainty of the club's future will increase speculation of what it may look like. Abramovich has overseen the most successful period in the club's history on the pitch. There have been 5 league titles since his arrival in 2003 and 2 Champions League triumphs. In total, 21 trophies have been lifted during his tenure. Just 13 had been collected in the club's history beforehand. Even sustaining the current level would be a highly optimistic wish of any fan. The other main characteristic of the Abramovich era has been the constant financial backing delivered to all managers and the amount of money spent on new signings. According to data from transfermarket.co.uk, Chelsea have spent approximately £1.6 billion on transfers since 2003. Their net spend on players totals £704 million, an average of £41 million a season. Only Manchester City have a higher spend in the same period. They broke their own club transfer record 9 times during that period, including in each of the last 3 seasons following the arrivals of Kepa Arrizabalaga, Kai Havertz and Romelu Lukaku. The instinct is to suggest that this kind of spending may become a thing of the past, especially looking at the behavior of Americans already in the Premier League. The biggest fear Blues supporters will have for their club is it falling into the hands of a Glazer-esque regime. Leveraging the club's debt to buy it, the Glazer family have been accused by supporters of neglecting Manchester United ever since their purchase in 2005. At the time, United were arguably the most prized asset in world football. Holding a similar stature to Chelsea now, United were the dominant force in English football, a title they have since surrendered under the American owners. While a lack of shrewd investment on the pitch has been a problem, fans have also been left despairing about the state of matters of it. Most notable have been the reports surrounding Old Trafford, which has long been in need of improvement work. Fans' ire towards the Glazers has reared its head in many forms, from the green and gold scarves protests to last year's pitch invasion following a protest outside Old Trafford. The event saw their scheduled clash with Liverpool that day postponed. Those are the scenes that Chelsea fans will now fear most. They held their own protests last May, when the club joined the Premier League's other top sides in attempting to form the breakaway European Super League. That has proved a one-off in the Abramovich era. They will be hoping they are not a more regular occurrence following a regime change. United's Old Trafford issues may also hit a bit too close to home for Blues supporters. It was revealed this week that it would now cost the club £2.2 billion to redevelop Stamford Bridge, a sizable rise on the original estimates of £1.bn. Moves to update the stadium had been in Abramovich's long-term thinking, but were shelved around the same time his visa issues appeared. Instead, the club are left with a 41,800 capacity stadium which drastically underperforms for matchday revenue when compared to their Big Six rivals in the Premier League. Given Abramovich's asking price, the appetite of any new owner to pursue a stadium expansion in the short or medium term may be wishful thinking. There are success stories with regards to American investment in the Premier League, with John W. Henry's stewardship of Liverpool seeing the club restored to its former glories of the 1970s and 1980s at the top of English football. However, Liverpool fans will just as quickly warn you of the horrors of Tom Hicks and George Gillett. Arsenal fans were vocal in their support for the ousting of Stan Kroenke last summer too, proving that Henry and Liverpool's cozy relationship may prove to be the exception rather than the norm. Fans are very aware of the role Abramovich has played, with comments on social media nodding to his role in the club's recent history. "Without him we wouldn't even be near the success we are right now," one user wrote of the Russian. "I hope the new owners love football as much as he does, and making money isn't their only idea," wrote another. "If Abramovich really is done, all I ask is for someone that actually cares about football and is a fan of Chelsea FC," said a third.